Now that I've got my report results sorted exactly how I want, I've also played a little bit with group summaries and report summaries. I want to add a calculation in because there's data in here that the report itself isn't returning. So I'm going to add a calculated field by right-clicking my data fields over on the right side and adding a calculated field. Now I'm going to right-click it and edit the expression. In this case, I want to see my cost of goods sold divided by the number of cases, just so I can see basically an average of the cost per case on each order line. There's a known issue within DX. I also want to make a side note of that if you are using the field list within the calculated field expression and you double click it, it will just give you two brackets. This hopefully will be addressed shortly, but this is a DX related issue rather than eoStar itself. All you would really need to do is when you're editing the expression is type in the field itself rather than double click it. So you just want to put in a bracket and type it exactly as it appears in that list, and it should work just fine. Now I have my formula for my calculated field. I'm going to hit OK and add it to my report. Same way I added the rest of my data fields, I'm just going to add it into the end here. I'm also going to give it a label. Now, it's going to show me each of those lines based on the expression that I entered in there. So I'm going to see at the end of each detail line the COGS divided by cases. And when I go to preview this, I can see that the calculated field is giving me a little bit too specific information. I'm just looking for it to return 2 decimals. Same way I edited the format of the other fields. Just like the COGS, I can go in and say, show me a number. That's a number and 2 decimals. Now, based on what we did in just the last few minutes, we have information in our report header. We have page headers showing column information and separating with lines. We have sorted our detail by group and summarized by group, and we also have a total at the very end of the report showing me the amount of tickets we had and the total number of cases. So just in this short amount of time, we were able to produce this report from the grid that we had returned with our SQL query of just a bunch of lines and columns. Now, to save these results in SQL queries or in ticket formats, all I would need to do is close the window. I can also use Files Save As to save a master copy to my own workstation. eoStar will prompt you to post these changes before you navigate away from the window, so no worries, you won't lose it without posting. In Ion, it automatically saves since there is no post function within Ion, so do keep this in mind. Now if we exit back to eoStar, hit the X button, it will load the report, and now we can see versus the SQL results. Just click over to the DX Format tab, and we can see our results placed into the format that we just created. We can also use the DX toolbar to navigate between pages and view the results in the DX Format window. Since this was in SQL query, it was in Records Report Records. To do this under the ticket formats, I would go Records Report DX Formats and choose my desired report. And it's the same premise. I would use the golden wrench. I'll be able to customize the formats in there or add a report to it.